It's a gorgeous but windy afternoon to be at Baum-Walker or in the hog pen. And the Razorbacks continue their long homestand, welcoming in the Portland Pilots for the series opener here on SEC Network Plus. If somebody who would like a good bounce-back performance, it's Gabe Gackel after giving up 9 runs last Friday in a start.
Yeah, I think
Gackel's first pitch is clubbed in the air to center field and hit well. Thomas Jr. has room on the track, sunglasses glistening.
5 early on in his campaign.
He's going to poke one out to left for a base hit. Coach Loomis said he's the cog to their offense, and that's his 20th hit of the year. Here's the 3-2. Left that one up. That ball's laced into the gap, right center field. Hit well, and it's going to get by the diving Thomas Jr. It's going to go to the fence. It's going to be a couple of runs for the Pilots. And Katayama Stahl in at third with the 2-run triple. Scott Whitting on the 1-2. Hit hard on a bounce. D'Souza gobbles it up. Little flip. Almost took Koschel up and off the base. Play was. He had a couple of doubles in game 2, and he chops one into left here between Katayama Stahl and Ritigliano. That's 20 hits and 51 at bat. So a really good start to this season for Fayetteville. He might have thrown that on the first pitch as well.
There's another one right there.
Bunt try. There's going to be a trouble for Gaston. And the throw to first is not in time. Maxwell squared to bunt the other day in the first inning. And
682 with runners in scoring position.
Hard hit and fair. He does it again. This ball's going to find the corner. It'll score Aloy. Maxwell to third. And Cahillo continues to demolish baseballs. And that's RBI number 27. Iredale the batter. That one smoked into left center for a base hit. Maxwell home to tie the game. Cahillo Aloy will put the Razorbacks in front. That one squirts all the way to the fence. Iredale doesn't stop at second. He goes into third. It's a 3-2 Razorback lead.
All right, let's go get some runs.
Koschel tomahawks one hard on the ground on 2 bounces to Scott. He'll make the play. Arkansas will get the run. I think that's why you play the infield back right there. Swigart waiting on the payoff. Similar spot, ball 4. Gackel gets the wave of a miss, so he came right back after Lewis. K's the 8 and 9 hole hitters before Portland turns their lineup over. It's interesting, that one got him on the foot. I was going to say he has a unique stance, but so Bean, who singled and scored in the first, punches one by the mound. D'Souza, that was well struck. Bean is out. Pilots trying a couple of runners. One word to describe you, serious.
Oh, man.
That'll get your attention if you weren't serious before, as he squared on a pitch that came up and in and got him from Gaston. Justin Thomas Jr. rolls one up the middle off the glove of Ritigliano. Helfrich doesn't stop. He'll go to third, so a hit batter, a single. Couple of pitches into the second inning. Arkansas's runners on the corners. Often rolling is Thomas Jr., and that throw's going to end up in shallow right center field, and Helfrich will come home and touch with the 5th Razorback run. So Arkansas dead. Ooh. Fahiva never afraid to get hit by a pitch.
Hit with bases loaded.
Every time you look up, Cahillo Aloy is batting with not only runners on base, runners in scoring position, and how about a runner at every single base? And a full count to Cahillo Aloy. He's going to roll one back up the middle, and it's going to deflect into center. And a couple of runs are going to come across, and Arkansas adds to the lead.
Big lead for Cahillo Aloy at first base.
That ball's lifted to left. It's not going to stay in the park. How far will it fly? Over the stands above the bullpen. Brent Iredale with another home run. And Arkansas's put 10 on the board, and we're still not done in the second.
We're talking about the hitting the baseball hard in your last 2 at-bats. 108 off the bat for Brent Iredale, and when you talk about a guy that doesn't miss it, a hanging breaking ball, he admired that one just a little bit. And why wouldn't you? That is an absolute bomb. 22 balls.
Souza shoots one towards the bullpen and left. Does this one have enough? Yes, it does. Up a home run by Nola Souza. 2nd of the year. And Arkansas putting the hammer down today. 11-2 Razorbacks. And in BP, we talked to Souza about flicking one into the bullpen in left today.
He listened to you,
and
Brett.
he did it.
He sure did. And again, that's a pitch that Gaston wants down around his shoe tops. And watch where this thing ends up. It is up right over the middle. It's a great job by Nolan Souza. How about 98 miles an hour opposite field off the bat? He kind of inside it out. That really pulled the hands inside. Locked in an Airbnb for
I would say.
a while.
And he's going to be on base just like that to begin a little bit. Maybe they're just trying to get some outs. Fayetteville smashes one to center. This ball's hit well. Does it find the batter's eye? Yes, it does. Aloha! Fayetteville Loy connects for his 4th home run of the season. An absolute no-doubter. Almost 440 feet. The ball's flying today, and the Hawaiians are doing some damage.
Watch where he golfs this thing from. That is down, right where the pitcher wants to throw it, but he just hits an absolute missile. How about halfway up the...
I think he was fired up.
Yeah.
You know, it's a Portland team that's looking for base runners today and maybe just looking for a... I think that's a swing. It is a swing. That's a K. Second. Getting a jump start on his coaching career. Aaron Lewis lifts that fly ball to left. Look at the wind move that thing. And Davalon had to make the catch without a little bit of an adventure. It's not a lot of fun to sit around for a week trying to bounce back from a performance that you did not enjoy. The throw will go down to first, completing the strikeout for Gackel. That is now 4. Bean has taken it full. Wave it a miss. Another strikeout with another throw down to first. With that, a little bit of excitement. Kojal was waiting for a high throw, and he got a low one. He was kind of jumping down the mound. The 3-2. That rides over the inside corner. Strike 3. And Gackel, Troy, just struck out the side in the 5th. In individual performances, Davalon will roll one into right for a base hit. Would Tennessee have 3 grand slams in a game the other day? 7.
Drive.
Take his walk. Diggs lifting a ball in the gap to right center field. This ball will get down. It's going to roll back towards center field. It's going to score a couple of runs, and Diggs keeps on chugging to third. He's going to be in standing barely with a 2-run triple. And Arkansas has put 15 on the board. It's because of his balance. That's inside. That's ball 4. He'll take the walk, so he's on base again. And Iredale's knocked in 5 runs today, and he lifts one to right. This ball's got a chance to go back to the building, and it's gone again. How about 8 runs batted in for Brent Iredale already in the game? Homer to left, homers to right.
Iredale does really turns on that back leg and really has tremendous power to all fields. He got that ball up in the jet stream, and it just blew out.
Steele Eaves is on to pitch, a freshman from Lonoke. When the coaches first saw him, he was a catcher. Simple scouting report is heavy sinker and a ground ball machine. Katayama Stahl will hit one down the right field line, and Diggs, who's in the game, will come up with it. Stahl had the triple in the first. Going to return and go back to first base. He passes up the double. You know what
his ability to command the strike zone.
We were due for a hit batter. Hadn't had one in about 10 minutes. Stroke to left, hit to Davalon. It'll drop. Katayama Stahl will race around third and score. And it's an 18-3 game. Landwehr has settled this game down, but he does walk Davalon to continue the 6th home run off the batter's eye earlier in the game, and he drives one in the gap in left center field. This one's headed to the hog pen. A 2-homer game for Fayetteville Loy. Hawaiians everywhere are destroying baseballs at Baum-Walker Stadium. 113 off the bat. That was a missile. And the Hogs have played at 20 runs.
Patience of Fayetteville Loy in the transformation of his at-bats from last season to this season. He takes 2 changeups down low, gets to a 3-0 count, gets a strike, and then he does not miss the fastball right down the chute. And again,
fly ball to left. This will carry pretty well. Davalon is nearing the fence. That ball was not hit well at all at 91 off the bat. Still carried to the wall. That gives you an idea, if you do square it up, how far the thing's going to fly.
yeah,
Hard hit, base hit into left between Iredale and Aloy.
pair of hits and
Hebert kind of searching for that one. Bloops it out to left. Fayetteville racing over. How about the basket catch by Loy? Say, hey, that had some Willie Mays in it. He's done that a couple of times this year, but that was a sensational play on what looked like a certain blue pit.
wasn't even thought in my mind.
He's not even looking right now at it.
That is unbelievable.
Webb Jim, come on.
I love the reaction of Davalon. Like, hits him in the chest with his glove. Like, that a boy. Athletic play right there.
Howard lines one into center for a base hit, a 2-out single. If you had to pick just one player of the game today between Iredale with 8 RBIs and the 1-2, it's going to be strike 3 called. Eves the K. The Razorbacks run rule the Pilots in the opening game of the series, scoring 20 runs.
Brett, just an absolutely offensive explosion by Arkansas. How about 5 home runs? You named it the 20 runs in this ball game. Good bounce back for Gabe Gackle. That's good to see for Arkansas fans.